children of the night. What music they make.
They're all gonna laugh at you!
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
What's up?
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna bash your brain.
Coming to you live from the House of Quarantine. It's the final, guys. Well, my house is. I'm Hunter Shea. As always, I'm joined by Jack Campese.
Hello, la la la.
Jason Bronze.
Hi there.
Oh, you do a little Craig Carton. I like it. So tonight we are going to review the new movie that's in theaters currently, Pearl, a Ty West joint, and we hoped to be joined by producer Peter Polk at one point. So we're gonna just do the show like normal, and when he pops in, we're throwing him in there.
Hopefully he jumps in right in the middle of me shitting on Pearl.
Which is the way it would always work with us.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be late though. I hope it doesn't. I hope it's not that late in the show because we have things to do as always.
I would think if it's 8:30 and he's not here, he's not coming. Would be my
maybe not. But you know what? We can wing it because we do no show prep whatsoever, so we're always ready.
Speak for yourself.
Oh yes, I forgot you have your sheet of paper. Actually, no, I have questions.
Your sheet of paper.
It's the same sheet. Did you ever notice when the show's over, Jack was just erasing?
It just said all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Whether you hear me typing.
I once gave a presentation in English class about what was it? Was it Of Mice and Men? It doesn't matter. Some book I had to read, and I didn't do any preparation, and so I just took up blank note cards and just rifled through them and looked at them and pretended I was reading notes.
Awesome.
Thank God you weren't reporting on the Wolf of Wall Street. That would have been a rough one for you.
Son of a bitch.
1,000,000 years ago, 2 million years ago, my friend was Beth was showing me how to use Word or whatever. Word Perfect, the first
Word
version.
Perfect. I remember that.
You know, I was like doing a resume or something. She's like, "We're going to use this," and I was like, "Oh, show me your magic box." So we're doing it, and she showed me copy and paste. And as soon as she did that, I start like, "Give me that!" And I start giggling and stuff. What? And I did all work and no play. And she's like, "You're such an idiot."
Of course, you show new technology, and that's what you do. But that's what makes you a horror aficionado and an award-winning newscaster.
You damn right. You ready?
No, we're not ready because there are drinking words.
Oh,
I did not forget them this time. And Jason, his voice sounds strong this week. Sounds like you could do it.
I am strong, and look at my camera quality. I'm using my expensive So Bad It's Good
Ooh.
camera.
It looks really. I was noticing that before.
Buttery smooth. It's amazing. Yeah.
4K, dog.
For only $3,000, you too can have a webcam that looks this good.
Get out of here.
That's how much it costs. It was a $3,000 camera.
Bananas.
It's tax write-off. All right. Jack, your words are A24, alligator, and theater. Hunter, yours are German, duck, and flu. Mine are goth, color, and monologue. And Peter's, if he shows up, is Maya or Mia? Mia
Goth. Yeah.
Mia, prequel, and score. And the bonus words are producer, Pearl, and West.
Although one of my movies this week is Mamma Mia, so we can also drink for that.
By the way, Jason, you should go into a whole diatribe of how much you hate prequels.
I will.
So, make sure.
Literally, that I planned on it.
Good for you. Good for you. I'm quitting the show after this. So, Jack, it's time for the news.
Wait. Oh, no.
No.
I'm getting my beer. It's the news. Yay.
Here comes some hard-hitting horror news.
Oh, boy.
Are you familiar? What's the best ventriloquist dummy horror movie?
The one that's in Humanoids from the Deep that watches the couple banging.
That's the best ventriloquist dummy.
One.
Well, anyway.
I know what you're talking about. That movie.
Dead
Magic.
Silence?
Dead Silence.
Magic. Magic with Anthony
Hopkins.
1978.
I haven't seen that.
Oh,
It's like a very early Tony, as I like to call him, Hopkins, with the ventriloquist dummy. Well, maybe a lot of people haven't seen it. So, word on the street is Sam Raimi is going to direct a remake of Magic.
oh, I'd be interested in that.
I think that's a good one to remake because, like I said, I don't hear a lot of people talking about that. And Raimi dummies, I could see it.
44 years between movies, so a new generation of people like Jason who've never even seen the original. I think, all right.
There's Magic. There's Mr. Marbles on Seinfeld.
Mr. Marbles.
I wonder why Sam Raimi is doing a remake. His career
Here's the deal.
Interesting.
You could say Sam Raimi's going to remake fill in the blank. I'm like, yeah, sounds good.
I would think he'd want to do like his own new shit, but maybe not. Maybe I don't know. It's so weird.
So I could do, well, maybe Hollywood doesn't like original stuff, so
I don't know if they like him because like he had Spider-Man and then they just kind of like abandoned him. And then
did he do that Doctor Strange thing?
Now he's back. Now he's back up in Marvel again. So
he did some other great stuff.
Yeah. He did more like low budget stuff, like what was the Drag Me to Hell and
he did that one with them, The Gift.
Yeah, that was a low budget one. That was good. But like he did, I think the Jack and the Beanstalk movie, which I didn't watch.
I didn't see that.
I don't think that did well. And I don't know. Did that in Spider-Man 3 just like put him on the back burner for a while?
Could be.
I don't know.
He only does superhero movies.
In other remake news,
oh boy,
the Nosferatu remake with Anya Taylor-Joy has been, in our sites for a while. Big news on that one. She's out.
Oh, I'm out.
Bill Skarsgård is in as Nosferatu, and Lily Rose Depp, daughter of Johnny Depp, is taking Anna's place.
Yeah, I'm out. Don't care now.
It's Robert Eggers, so I'm not out.
Oh, I forgot this is Robert Eggers. All right, maybe I'm partially in.
Lily Rose Depp is all that and a glass of water and a bag of potato chips.
What kind? Kettle one.
The movie industry is so weird to me. How can you sign on to something and then just back out?
Oh, They must have stuff written into it. She probably, let me see if they even said it. She might have had other stuff. They delay it. And then, okay, well, I've got other commitments, so I can't do it now because you're not filming it when we originally planned.
Sure, that makes sense to me.
Yeah. By the way, Chad Lutsky brings up a great point. Klaus Kinski's Nosferatu is the only Nosferatu we need, and I firmly believe that. But whatever. Let's see what goes on with this one. But now I'm lukewarm. I was hot on this. I'm totally lukewarm.
Bill Skarsgård's going to have a pretty good horror resume. I mean, he's already Pennywise. And
he doesn't even like horror.
I know.
Really? He doesn't?
He doesn't like horror. He's classically trained. He's like, what the hell? But you got to pay the bills.
5 pretty big horror movies.
Wow. They probably looked at the career of John Carradine and said, all right, do 300 movies. You'll have 7 really good ones, and you'll never need money.
I think I heard Ving Rhames shitting on horror once, too, right in the middle of all his zombie movies. He was shitting on. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
It pays the bills.
Marcellus Wallace looked like a bitch.
Keep that Band-Aid on the back of your head in every movie you do.
All right. So I know that each week I've been giving you stuff to watch for Halloween season. I'm not doing that this week. Instead, I'm going to give you the big news. The perfect gift for the Halloween lover in your life.
Okay.
Courtesy of Chia Pets. You can now go to the chia.com and get a Michael Myers Chia Pet, Chucky, Pennywise, and Elvira.
Oh, Elvira for sure. Come on.
So,
I mean, if Chia Pets,
there's all kinds of. If you go there, there's a Bob Ross one. I was eyeing.
Bob Ross is like, I think everybody's gotten the Bob Ross for Christmas at one point or another.
There's Groot.
And then that stuff grows a nicer green, and then it turns brown in like 2 days, and you throw it in the garbage.
It starts growing all over your house like
like Jordy Verrill's house.
Jordy Verrill. Oh my god, the best acting I've ever seen in a movie.
He was just snorting lines and drinking silver bullets like crazy.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's a cheese everywhere.
There is a Joe Bob for Halloween. I don't know when it is. I just
It
saw.
is a week from this coming Friday.
Okay.
So
We're
back
locked
your
in.
calendars.
Oh, I will be there.
And
Come
that,
hell
my
or high water.
friends,
No, wait, no. It's not it. There's one more great. You mentioned Joe Bob. How about the ultimate Halloween show that's been going on longer than Joe Bob's Halloween? Monster Men Halloween special is now out
yes,
on YouTube and any podcatcher.
Is that the one where the old guys drink a bunch of alcohol?
yes,
Absolutely.
Oh, that's a great show.
That show was recorded hours before I knew I had COVID.
Luckily, I had recently had COVID, or I would be on my deathbed right now because I was in the den of friggin' germs.
The whole house had COVID and none of us knew it. I felt great that day.
Antibodies.
Yeah.
Very
So,
nice.
There we go.
That's beautiful.
Catch me 24 hours after filming that. I felt like I was
It's
going
so
to die.
funny. And I'm like friggin' sticking the thing up my nose, and next day, like, son of a bitch, I hate you.
I know. We all went from a happy family to, oh, we're dying. Oh, no.
Oh no. That's all
There
the
we go.
news that's fit to print.
All right. Let's go on to the things we watch.
We have such sights to show you.
Oh, I'm scrambling for the spreadsheet. I forgot. I don't even know if I put anything on for this week.
I didn't put anything on because we had a guest. So now
Right.
I'm like, what the hell did I watch?
Yeah. So,
I'm ready.
Jack, you're ready. So normally we'd like to give you some time to cool off after all the heavy lifting of the news because you get kind of sweaty. But just keep rolling.
I can go. Doesn't matter.
No, let's go with Jack. Jack's
Everybody
ready.
wants to
He's
know.
excited.
Everybody wants to know what I got
That's fair.
because I watched the Munsters.
Oh no, dude.
Wow, really? Are you all right?
So Morgan, my friend that you all know,
Yep.
he and I go way back with the Munsters. So he texted me the night that I was just about to hit play, and he was watching something else. I forget. And so I was chiming in on whatever the hell he was watching. He goes, I go, I'm just starting the Munsters now. Like 5 minutes later, he goes, I'm going to bail on this and start watching the Munsters too. I was like, oh, okay, I'll pause it. Tell me when you get to like 4 minutes and 50 seconds in, whatever. So he caught up to me and we texted back and forth while we were watching until about halfway through. And he was like, I'm going to bed. I can't remember exactly how long it is, but it is like 2 hours long or something.
Oh my Lord, really?
Why?
That is the number one question. I was not a big fan of this. I can
What?
Give
a
him an-
shock.
I mean,
either
the comedy
effort-
attractions are revolting. Like the trailer, I'm like, oh my God.
There's a lot of really corny jokes, a lot of overacting. I saw a great review where somebody said this is like a porn parody without the porn.
Oh God.
Crap.
You know,
That's
you saw
damning.
you saw how much overacting Sherry Moon does. You know,
On a
that's not
daily
how
basis.
the real Munsters weren't so overacting. And Morgan and I we whittled it down to this, and the Addams Family, like the new Wednesday, looks like it's going to have, I don't think as bad, but a similar problem. People, you know, Morgan's in here now, so he's in the chat now. He nailed it. These people don't understand what made those things work back in the day. The Munsters think that they're normal, and
Can't imagine why people react the way they do.
yeah, they live in the real world. Like, so in this one, it's a prequel, which Jason loves. So it's how Lily and Herman meet. So they're all like with other monsters and stuff. They're in Transylvania for most of the time. And then they get to America, and there's like it's Halloween, so they think everybody's like them until the next day. So they kind of miss the boat with the whole, you know, they think everybody else is weird.
Right. Huh.
I will say the guy who played Grandpa was the best one out of all of them.
He looks creepy.
But he I mean, if you're going for impression wise, he sounded the most like
Herman.
and acted, yeah, the most like it. He doesn't look like him. He's stocky. But if I was Randy Jackson, it's a no for me, dog.
Meanwhile, Al Lewis was he in his 30s when he was playing Grandpa Al, or
Was he that young when he was doing that?
Yeah, because didn't he die in like 2000, like 40 years later? So
Yeah, you're right. I'll tell you this: if you watch it, you're gonna hit pause every so often to see how long is. Like, oh, I must be coming into the what? There's still an hour left. Like I did that like 4 times.
Did Rob Zombie write it?
I think so. I don't know.
Oh man, I don't know. Yeah,
I don't remember who. I think we did the show, and one of you said like you have to watch the trailer, and I did, and it looked like it was released by accident. Like the lighting and everything looked terrible. It looked like it hadn't been color graded yet, and the audio was horrible.
Yeah,
it sounded like they'd recorded the audio on the cameras, not on like separate mics.
Yeah. Now, one thing I when I saw this and I saw other people say it, they said that this would be better in black and white, and I agree. I think if it was in black and white, it would have been a little bit better. I don't think it would have saved it, but Rob Zombie said that Netflix wouldn't let him make it in black and white. So
yeah,
maybe it looks so shitty because he shot it in black and white, and they like colored it,
colored
it in,
colorized it like
Ted Turner.
a wonderful
put a pencil
light
in my hand. I'll color this myself.
Oh man.
Oh, God bless you for doing that. I mean, because there's no way I'm watching that.
I had to know.
If you want to watch the Munsters, go watch the original show.
Yes.
Don't watch any of the color specials, because didn't they do like 2 color specials or 3?
Even the original cast, when they did reunions, it didn't carry over.
Magic was gone. You know where the magic never leaves? Jason Brandt's house, because Jason's in there, and he's like a wizard.
And I always have alcohol.
Oh, what are you drinking? Drink
That's
vicariously
a
through
great
you.
question. I literally didn't look at the name of it. I got it for free. Yellow Bricks Road by 1623 Brewing.
Ooh, look at the
you like
focus.
That? You like that? The lens on this thing is so crazy. Like watch the background blur, like how much crazier it gets.
Jeez,
it's insane. like right here, my hand's out of focus, and it's right behind my head. Okay. Are we going to do Hellraiser, the new one, as a main feature? I know there's other movies coming up that we want to do. Like, I want to do VHS as a main feature.
Mm-hmm.
Halloween, we said, would be a main feature. So are we not going to get to this?
I think it's worth a show, but...
You saw it, right, Jack?
I saw it. Did you?
No. My thing is, you tell me when we're going to do it on the show, and I'll see it the day before so I don't forget it, because I'm sure it's going to be on, like, pretty forgettable.
You know what, Jason? Give us the 1,000-foot view of what you thought. You can always drill in if you want.
I hate to say this because I really like David Bruckner's other movies.
I saw your tweet. I know it's coming.
I disliked this a lot. Like
I think you used the word
really
hate.
Disliked this.
I saw you use the word hate.
The main character? Oh my god. The main character is the only one in the movie you want to see the Cenobites kill. She's awful. Like awful.
I've heard that that they're just so terrible. Like the characters around are so awfully like written that you just can't.
The writing in the movies is horrible. I just imagine if the original Hellraiser, if Frank was the main character, and then what was the girl's name? I can't think of her name in this.
Oh yeah.
The girl, if she was like a secondary character and Frank was the main character, like that's how terrible I thought she was.
That's a bizarre choice.
Yeah, and it lacked the perversion and the intensity of the original. The original is not like it's like an all-time horror movie because the idea is so amazing and the Cenobites are amazing, but the ending is goofy and kind of stupid. Like there's some not great stuff in the movie. This like there wasn't a scene in it that had a punch.
I'd have to jump in.
Uh-oh.
This is missing Uncle Frank bad.
Mm-hmm.
When you first see, at least for me, that scene in the attic, I was just like, what is this? There is that psychosexual edge to that movie. But me and my friend were talking about this, and I was like, it's missing it. This movie's missing an edge. It's missing the danger. And it's we came up with it's not wet enough.
I said the exact same thing to my wife.
What?
Literally. I said they needed to take a spray bottle and spritz down the Cenobites. They looked antiseptic.
Yeah,
Because they always look like they're covered up in lube and ready to do some really
lube and blood and
it looks
things.
in the original. It looked like the one that had the throat open, like they had just peeled it and pinned it. It was wet and gross. In this, everything is dry and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, that's too bad. What did you think of the new Pinhead?
I was going to say that. You go first.
I didn't care either way. I thought it was like the rest of the movie. It just felt uninspired. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great.
I thought she was fine, but number one, they modulate her voice or something, so it was hard to understand what she was saying.
Yes.
She kind of just blends in with the other Cenobites because there's another one who talks more than she does. And she does not have the stage presence that original Pinhead had, where he talks like this and it takes good pleasure in your pain, you know?
Yeah.
Yes.
Doug Bradley killed it. Yeah.
She kind of hisses, but it's all, you know, her voice is, there's effects on it. So, like I kept saying, what? So, she's fine. She can be if she's in another one, I'd like her to be a little bit more unchained and let her.
She doesn't do anything in the movie.
Yeah,
nothing. None of the Cenobites really do much in the movie. One of them gets trapped in a gate that's closing. That is how
he's trapped in a coil like Frank.
They're so non-threatening. One is running at someone, and a gate closes, and it's just stuck, and it is now out of the movie. Can't do anything.
I can't even think of a Cenobite running. Like they're so cool, they don't need to run.
It's just.
But for me, I guess I'm just going to tell you what I thought too. I thought it was okay. I didn't hate it, but it's like the third best Hellraiser movie.
Yes, it's the third best, which is Sinkers and Floaters.
The bars, so
yeah.
And I thought it picked up in the second half. There's something happens to one of the main characters with this thing in him that's pretty cool
and stupid, by the way.
Stupid, yes. But you know how like George Lucas went and fixed up Star Wars with different special effects and all that, special editions?
Yeah.
Ordinarily, I'm not a big fan of that. I actually was watching this in like some of the Hellscape thing they did, and I was like, you know what I would love? Do a special edition of Hellraiser 2 and improve some of those special effects, and you could have a real winner on your hands, because that movie's so good, but it just suffers a little bit there at the end.
The end is not good. Yeah, it looks really bad. This is, I just kept thinking uninspired, and it wasn't wet enough. Like, and that's not just visually. Like the movie didn't have a punch. At no point was anything scary. It just.
And in the second one, the second Hellraiser is way better than this too. You've got the woman, and she's like with the guys, you know, and she's with the blood and the mummy thing. Like again, this lacked the sexual aspect that the first Hellraiser, second Razor had, and it was noticeably hurting it.
Right.
Yeah.
Perversion is what I kept saying. It's lacking the perversion of the first two.
They should have consulted us.
Here's the thing. It's not hard to make a fucking Hellraiser movie. I don't understand why they can't do it. Someone opens the goddamn box. They're running from the Cenobites. There's this contraption in this dude's chest later in the movie that you're like, what? Why is this in a Hellraiser movie?
It's obviously very hard to make a good Hellraiser movie. I'm judging by what's out there.
I think I'm at the point where, like Star Wars, I think Hellraiser sucks. I think they peaked early, and everything since has just been a slide into shit to the point where who cares? The original idea is awesome, and then since then, it has just been bad.
Look, which would you rather watch? Again, all the Amityville horror movies or all the Hellraiser movies?
Oh, fuck.
There's a Sophie's choice for you.
There are at least 2 so bad they're good Amityville movies, but there aren't any actually good Amityville movies, except maybe the first one's okay.
First one's good. I like the second one with Burt Young, who's such a jerk. He's worse than any murderer or ghost.
Is Killing Myself an option?
No. You
Okay.
have to live to watch these to the end.
There are less Hellraisers. I will watch. I'll go with
there you go.
Hellraiser.
That's
Kari Wurz
amazing.
in one.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there we go. I don't think we need to do Hellraiser.
We just did it.
And isn't it like
Listen,
2 hours long?
it's worth a watch. It is a little long. Again, another thing, they could have knocked 20 minutes.
Needed to be a half an hour shorter. Yeah, for sure. And yeah, it's not that I utterly hated it. My wife hated it, but it just, I think I was expecting more because I saw David Bruckner's name and I love the stuff he has done. And I was just like, I think I went in expecting a home run and I was like, oh, damn.
He got a dribbler to first.
Yeah, like he bunted. He got on base, but yeah, so I don't know. And I think it was mostly the writing, but anyway.
Yeah. All right. Now I'm on the fence. I was going to watch it. Now I don't know.
Oh, you got to watch it.
You should watch it.
I don't
You
have
know
to.
you're going to. You're going to pretend you're not going to watch Hellraiser.
I still haven't finished Stranger Things. I can just walk away from stuff and never look back. I don't care. I walked away from a whole family. I don't care where they are. They're all beneath me. All right. So let's see. Oh, here's a movie I watched. God, like it feels like forever ago. Lake.
Quick shout out. We got a new person in the chat.
Oh yeah, ballsy knowledge of a traveling champion. Love that name.
Just watch Psycho Gorman, which is always excellent.
Is that an Irish name?
Is it Dragon Ball Z or just balls? So I watched this movie like a month ago. Lake Bodom or Bodom. Have you
I've
guys
heard
seen
of
this?
that.
So it's a Finnish movie that's based on an actual Finnish murder of some camping teens by Lake Bodom. I don't. That's how I'm going to say it. Cut to the original murders happened in the 60s. Cut to the aughts, and these 2 guys kind of scammed these 2 girls into going with them out to the lake, with them not knowing that, hey, we're going to stay exactly where these people were murdered 40 years ago. Ain't that cool? You want to get laid? One of the guys looked so much like a greasy young Jeffrey Dahmer. I was like, don't go anywhere with this guy. He's the one who's kind of like all excited about the murder stuff. He's got like a little murder diary and oh yeah.
Greasy young Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, that's the best way I can describe him. God bless the prison system for making sure they found a way to get rid of him. So off they go into the car. One girl, the main girl, there's something had happened to her where she's kind of ostracized in school, and her family is super religious, and they just, she's in the doghouse with them, and she sneaks away with her best friend and with these 2 guys, and they go off to Lake Bodom and set up their tent, and they want to do some skinny dipping. It looks brutally cold there. And then murders start to happen. I don't want to give away what's going on in this movie, because where you think it's going, it's actually not happening. And the stuff that goes on is brutal. What happens to these people is just brutal to watch.
That's why I never watched it. I heard this one was brutal, and I was like, eh.
But it's like brutal in kind of like that Last House on the Left kind of vein. Although it's
that doesn't sell me.
I know, really.
That's not a revisited movie for me.
It's not a family movie? What the hell?
Only at Christmas.
Yeah. So, I mean, look, it's a really good movie. Like in the beginning, I was like, this looks kind of dumb. But then it took a couple of turns, a couple of twists, and I was like, wow. And the main girl, I don't think she's acted again. And she was excellent. So it's a shame that she's not in anything else. Yeah. So, yeah, if you want to see if you're in a happy mood, don't watch this. Like, if you want to maintain the happy mood, don't watch this just before you go to sleep. It's going to follow you into your dreams. 2:00 in the afternoon on a Saturday after a couple of Pilsners, then watch it. And then go get happy somewhere else. So, Lake Bodom.
Lake Bodom. Okay.
All right, Jack.
I also watched Hocus Pocus 2.
You were just
You had a hell of a
subjecting
week.
yourself to everything.
Now,
Suffering slings and arrows.
Hocus Pocus 2 is a movie that is going to be seen differently by a lot of different people. So if you are not a Hocus Pocus fan, this is not for you. Don't even bother.
Who else would want to watch it then?
If you are, because you might be somebody who has Disney Plus and like, oh, a new movie.
Well, I
Maybe
can't
should
miss
check it
anything
out.
with Bette Midler.
Then there are Hocus Pocus people, and then there's like super Hocus Pocus people
Yes.
who
that's
have
my
probably
daughter.
already seen this, and so what I say doesn't matter. But I equated this to kind of like one of the bands you liked in the 70s came back now, and you're enjoying the hits, and then when they play the new stuff, you go get a beer or you go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
The Three Witches have not lost a beat. They look a little bit older, but their shtick is down, and whenever they're on screen, it's fine, and it's nice to see them again. The rest of the people in the movie, not to the degree of Hellraiser, but this movie's missing the edge. I know it's hard to believe that I would say Hocus Pocus has an edge to it.
The
But
original did, though.
It did. They kill a kid at the beginning of that movie.
Yeah.
And it, like old Disney movies, if you're a little kid, you'd be scared by that movie.
Right. You're supposed to scare kids. That's the idea.
And you
That's how they
cared
learn.
about the main characters. I don't think the main characters are that engaging in this, but it's fine. It's like you put it on for Halloween. It's not as good as Hocus Pocus, but like I said, it's good to see the witches. How much were they going to do to top anything? It's fine. There's going to be some people who like, I hated this. Oh my God, it's garbage. And other people who are going to be crying because they're so happy that they're back. You know,
Yeah.
I was like,
you need Thora Birch. I'm sorry.
yeah, it really, if they had some of the original cast back, I think that really would help. And they didn't film it in Salem. They built a set somewhere. So having lived in Salem, there'd be times where I'm like, oh, they're in the square. Oh, they're passing by. There was an authenticity to it that this, you can tell that they're on, sets, and everything's a little bit forced because you're in a sequel. So when they do a musical number,
Right.
it's not quite the other, but again, it's fine. It's
Jack, you talk about filming in Salem. Now, did you see the new Orphan movie?
No, not yet.
All right. It's a prequel, Jason. At one point,
Fuck.
well, it has to
Why?
be because she died in the other one. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
can't, yeah. I will
could
tell
not do
everybody.
it.
I will tell everybody. Tina agrees with me. Watch Orphan, the new movie.
I've heard it's really good.
At one point, Jack, she's taken to Darien, Connecticut, and it's like this sprawling city with skyscrapers. Darien, Connecticut's this tiny bucolic town. I was laughing the whole time.
That's like what that movie?
Rumble in the Bronx with the mountains in the background. Jackie
It was
Chan.
a show like Stinky Pete or something like that. It was about the grifter guy, Sneaky Pete. Sneaky Pete. It was on Amazon. Really good show.
Right.
It's supposed to take place in Trumbull and Bridgeport, and they're in Bridgeport. It's like this little small town. I'm like, Bridgeport
Yeah.
is like a rough little.
It's the world capital of broken glass, according
Yeah,
to Family Guy.
It was funny, and a friend of ours did knew the guy who did the locations, and basically they said to him, "We need a town that's like drivable to New York City, but it's far enough out." And he lived in Trumbull. He goes, "How about Trumbull?" So they named it Trumbull, but they filmed it in like, I don't know, Chappaqua or something like that.
I love stuff like that.
All
All right. Oh, by the way, just this came in. We got a notice from Peter Polk's publicist that he's in a meeting that's running late, so we probably will have to reschedule this, which is fine. We can do a special episode just for Peter.
No. No.
Oh, you're putting your foot down? He put his foot down.
Don't poke the bear.
Who you set us up with, Alok? What are you doing to us?
Yeah, really, Alok. He doesn't even
Alok.
dare show up in this chat right now.
What do you hear my review of Pearl next, huh? What do you think then?
Well, and the two of them are collaborating.
I'm
on a
changing
movie,
my
so-
review of 1BR.
1BR, 1 star. All right, so we'll work all that out. But go ahead, Jason.
Well, because I can't remember the other newer movie I watched because I have wet brain, I'm going to do with a movie that we just watched for So Bad It's Good that'll come out next week, I think. It's one I have not seen since high school called The Toxic Avenger.
Nice.
No, I don't like this movie. So I watched this when I was maybe 16. I think I rented it. And you're muted, Hunter.
That's because I'm typing Peter's publicist back right now.
Oh, okay.
I am doing.
I
double
saw your
time.
mouth going. but
I'll
I
do
didn't hear anything.
this. I'll laugh. I'm
Okay.
going to react, but I'm not.
You're,
really
you're a
listening.
very good multitasker.
Thank you.
So anyway, I saw this when I was maybe 16. I didn't like it then. I remembered a couple of just insane kills from the beginning and absolutely nothing else. So in rewatching it, I remembered 2 of the 3 craziest kills. And the reason I didn't remember anything else is because I was reminded that I don't like trauma movies. I don't think they're funny. Their sense of humor just does not jive with me. And the first half of this movie is one of the meanest films you will ever see. The things they do in this are horrific and makes it memorable. And I think that's why everybody recalls this movie. The last half is a kid's movie. There are no kills on screen. It turns into a weird romance between Toxie and a blind woman where they live in a tent outside the city. And that's it. Like all the stuff you remember from this movie is in the first 40 minutes. And after that, it is the most boring goddamn thing. This movie sucks. I cannot believe the reputation it has. I couldn't believe in my mind the reputation I'd given it because of that intro. And then after that, man, this movie is terrible.
Oh yeah, it's like all the trauma movies back then. But we were just going, oh well, at least for us in the tri-state area, we're like, hey, it's these New Jersey guys making shit movies in Jersey. It's awesome. Like,
I mean,
that
they
was the
run over a
philosophy.
kid's head, so that really will stick with you, you know.
Who
But
doesn't want to do that?
after that, and there's the scene in the restaurant where they shoot the dog and put a dude in a fryer. After that, I feel like there was one more kill. Oh, the weightlifting kill where the weight stack goes down through the guy's head.
Yeah. Mhm.
After that scene, this movie is boring as shit.
By the way, when Steven Seagal runs out of crap movies for SBIG, you could mine this forever.
I think I would quit the show before I watched more trauma movies. I've never seen one I enjoyed. Never.
Surf Nazis Must Die.
I've never seen it. I have a copy here. I did not know that was trauma. I was going to move that up the list. Now I'm going to throw it out my window.
Romeo and Juliet. There's a few pretty good ones. Classic
Now
Luke and
remember,
Rod.
Peter Dinklage is making a remake of The Toxic Avenger.
He plays the mop.
Okay. Chad asked how somebody who likes So Bad They're Good movies hate trauma. Because trauma does it poorly on purpose. That's why. Their movies suck on purpose. Their humor sucks. That's why. Like, I like the unintentional humor.
But it just is. It's just bad. But whatever.
Oh,
There's some
God.
good ones in there. Every now and then, by mistake, they'll make a good one.
I think I have Class of Nukem High in my stack too.
And I think
Right.
they did Poultrygeist, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, I don't want to watch that. Out of Lloyd Kaufman, even watching him in interviews, the guy's humor just doesn't jive with me. Like it just.
No,
It
I
just
would
doesn't.
never put you and Lloyd Kaufman in a room together. That would just not go well. Just
So
never.
I appreciate what the man has done, making a career out of like 0 budget films for decades. Like that's very impressive. I just do not like his output. It just doesn't work for me. So
All right. Jack, we'll never give him our copy of Tales from the Crapper.
Noodles.
Noodles. All right.
that sounds so good.
Yeah. By someone so great, he ended up working with us in an office. I watched a found footage movie and I immediately thought of you, Jason. I'm like going, he probably talked about this on Final Guys at one point, but it's probably so long ago I forgot. Did you ever see the movie Cruiser?
No, I don't think so.
So it starts out, and this is a top-notch found footage movie. It starts with the cop, he's putting his body armor on. It seems like it's kind of new, and his car's all wired up and everything. And he's going on a patrol, and he comes across this truck pulled over on the side of the road. There's a guy in the truck, and you can't hear the exchange, but you know something bad's going on. Anyway, at one point, this cop is no more, and the man puts on his cop uniform, and he's driving around in the cruiser, just causing mayhem all night long. But it's not like a usual like psycho, screaming, and this is like some sort of weird. It's got weird religious undertones, and he sings these deep-throated hymns as he's driving along or murdering people. At one point, he kidnaps a woman and puts her in the back, and she has to witness all the stuff that he's doing, and he's quizzing her on belief and God in between all the shit that he's doing. This guy is so unnerving. It's really creepy.
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, you will love this. And it's like 70 minutes. It's like over before you know it. But yeah, I found it on, I think, Amazon Prime. It's really good and really bizarre.
Well, IMDb just went down, so I can't look it up. But
oh, that's too bad.
So it's on Prime?
I think I saw it on Prime. Pretty sure.
Right.
But yeah, the bad guy, it's been out for a few years.
Huh.
The bad guy is it's unsettling. Like, he's really unsettling. And the found footage aspect, the way they did it, makes sense. There's not a lot where you go, oh, why are they filming that? Why is this happening here? Because it's cop cars that are wired up for video and sound.
Huh. Okay. I was just looking for a found footage movie the other day, and I could not find one that had a rating above a 4 on IMDb.
What's this rating on this one?
Well, IMDb's down, so I can't tell. But
good.
It's got 3.5 on Amazon.
You know what? One of my editors told me about this, and he's very picky. And I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. It's 70 minutes. And I was pleasantly surprised.
Nice.
The ending, I wasn't too crazy about, but whatever. Yeah, IMDb is down.
All right.
So yeah, can't beat it. There's far worse things like anything Jack watched tonight that you can spend your time with.
Dude, for real, Jack, you've been on a shit show this week.
Strap
Did you watch anything good?
Strap in, boys.
Did you watch the Paul Lynde Halloween special just to wash this all out?
I don't know if you remember a while back we were talking about how I was in the den of disease known as Hunter Shea's place filming Monster Men.
Yeah.
Well, we filmed a couple episodes, had some pumpkin ales. And then, as tradition happens, we sat down to watch a horror movie together. But partway through the horror movie, we got a phone call that somebody in Hunter's family had a little fender bender, and we had to drop everything. Yeah, we had to drop everything and go.
Yeah, we never got to finish it. What were we watching? I can't even remember.
We were watching My Best Friend's Exorcism.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, based on
Grady Hendrix.
Grady Hendrix. Yeah, I forgot they were making that.
Which I have the book that Hunter lent me, and it's on my to-do pile. So it's kind of a teen, I don't know, what do you call it? YA kind of targeted thing. It starts out kind of like standard I don't know, YA mainstream horror movie kind of feel to it.
4 girls who are besties.
Yeah, 4 girls in high school. They go on some kind of trip to a lake house, and then they go into this abandoned house nearby.
They should have gone to Lake Bodom.
And then one of them ends up, some weird stuff happens in the house. One of them gets possessed. Then they're back in high school dealing with their possessed friend. I'm watching this movie, and I thought it was going to be funnier than it was, but I was like, this is okay. I'm kind of indifferent about it.
It's got the dude from Glow. The faith for
Well,
fitness.
then later in the movie, the guy from Glow, who I never saw Glow, but you pointed that out, he becomes a bigger part of the movie than he had been for most of the movie, and he's awesome. And I'm going, oh my God, this movie just stepped up. This could be the best if they keep going. And then he's gone. And the rest of the movie happens. And
Glowing.
there's some wonky special effects towards the end. This one was a no for me, dog.
When we were thinking about this as a main feature too, but
Yeah, this one just and I read some reviews that said it did not do the book justice whatsoever.
well, you can't do Grady Hendrix justice. He's too damn good.
You know, the actors were fine, I guess. There's the main girl is the one from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. She looks kind of like
yes.
she looks like Arya Stark.
Yeah. I like Tina says, I really wanted to like my best friend's Exorcism. I feel like I'm too old to enjoy it. And if she feels like she's too old,
Yeah.
we shouldn't even be looking through the thumbnail.
Oh man, that sucks because that book is so goddamn good.
Yeah.
It's so good. It sucks I screwed it up.
I'm definitely gonna read the book.
Oh, Brian Brett. Oh God, I just started. Are we talking about the Munsters? No, that was earlier.
We already talked about that.
Brian,
But
it's really
everything-
good. It's really good. Watch it.
Everything Jack has talked about can be just summed up the exact same way.
Check out
That's
the
a
week from
no
hell.
for me, dog.
I watch bad movies for a living, and I feel terrible for you right now.
Yeah, really.
Well, luckily we had the week off, so I watched a lot of other stuff that I'm not reporting on. Like
What a soulless journey.
I worked from home the other day and watched The Shining.
Oh, thank God. You need to do something. All right. I got nothing left. I know Jason.
You know what?
what?
I'm good enough too.
You're good.
I'm
All
done
right.
too.
Let's jump into our main feature. And now Jason can say whatever he wants because Peter Polk will not be here tonight. But we'll get him another night. We're going to talk about Pearl.
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I don't know.
You have to have a favorite. What comes to mind?
You could tell that we were waiting for like a special guest because like our actual names are below us.
I know.
I know. We gotta change them.
I did put swine. Pearls before swine. No. All right. So
No.
Jack, I don't want you to rap about this movie. I want you to sing like this is the sound of music. Like, can you get to the back of the room, do a twirl, put your arms out, and just start singing about Pearl?
I'd like to twirl a story about Pearl that'll make you hurl.
Wow. So is that the movie summed up?
That's
right there?
beautiful.
Pearl is a prequel.
Chad's out. See you, Chad.
Bye, Chad.
Jason's almost out. Prequel.
It's a prequel to X, but it was filmed at the same time as X.
Yep.
Written by Ty West and Mia Goth. We're back in 1918, year of the Spanish flu. Also, the Red Sox won the World Series that year.
They didn't win it this year.
They certainly did not. Pearl is young and living on a farm with her parents. And she dreams of becoming like a dancer and leaving the farm.
Hollywood
But
dancer.
that might not be in the cards for her.
For those of you who didn't see X, Pearl is the old lady in X, and this is Pearl as a youngin'. I went to the movies to see this, and I turned to my daughter when we were done, and I said, I feel sorry for anybody in there who didn't see X. They must be going, what the F did I just watch? And there's a guy standing next to me who goes, I didn't see X, and you're right. And it turns out he's a guy who works in my office. I'm like, well, did you like it? He goes, yeah, I really did like it. He goes, but what's the other thing about? I'm like, go home, watch X. It'll all come
About
together.
porno.
Exactly. So, Jason, you went to a movie theater,
Mm-hmm.
which we're very proud of you for doing that, like a big boy.
Yeah, I signed up for Regal Pass. Like I go to the movies quite a bit.
It took a while. A lot of times, hey, what should you see? Oh, I gotta go to the theater. I don't know, but I'm glad you're back in the swing.
Yes, I'm actually dropping Netflix now because my wife and I both have Regal Pass, so we're gonna
Good for
try
you.
to go to the movies at least once a week to make it worthwhile.
Yes, smart.
So I got it.
We could drop
Pearl.
Netflix now too. We can drop Netflix, Jack and I.
I'm done, man.
All right, good.
I haven't opened it in like 6 weeks, maybe 8 weeks. I just haven't even opened the app. I don't know what I'm paying for.
I've started watching 4 different movies on Netflix in the last week and turned them all off before I got 20 minutes in.
Exactly. If you like documentaries, Netflix is great.
I will have something from Netflix to report on next week.
Oh God, the journey continues.
Did you open Lemarchand's configuration this week? Because you're in the 9th circle of hell.
I actually watched something good on Netflix.
Get out of here.
Well, that's all I'm going to say. Keep going. What did you watch?
I don't believe it. All right, Jason, what did you think
of Pearl? Whatever.
I thought it was incredibly well made. Like incredibly well made. Maybe better made than X. The craftsmanship in this is outstanding. I love the old-timey fonts and the way it was shot and the color palette and just all that was awesome. And I did not I'd heard the name Mia Goth before X, but I didn't really know who she was. I'm not sure if I'd ever actually seen a movie with her in it. And with all the makeup on an X, it's like, okay, she's good at acting like an old lady who's murderous. But, without being able to see the range of emotions behind the makeup, I was just...
you saw her as a porn star.
Yeah, that's true. I just I feel like she was good as the old lady, but maybe it didn't resonate with me as much. Right. In this, dude, she can act, man. She is so freaking good in this movie. I was blown away. Mm-hmm. I literally only have one complaint about anything in this movie, and it's that it's a prequel. So I didn't feel any, and I'm just being honest, I didn't feel any tension in the movie because I knew she was going to make it. I knew who wasn't going to, you know what I mean? Like I felt no tension because I already knew the ending. It's the same thing I say about all prequels. But as far as the actual product, like this is super well made.
Yeah.
The stuff they did with the pig decomposing on the porch and all those little things throughout. I mean, it was outstanding storytelling. If I had not seen X, I would have just gone insane over this movie.
Oh, wow. So you're the one where seeing X ruined the movie for you.
Yeah, because I knew it was going to happen. Like, I might have been like, what was with this woman? Like, but yeah. I just thought it was, man. And alligators apparently can be very old. And then I'll let somebody else talk.
We looked it up. They can.
I looked it up too, because I was like, what?
Well, they also showed eggs, so it could be a different alligator.
Exactly.
Oh, very nice.
All right, Jack. What'd you think?
I loved this movie. Not only did I love it, but I love the phenomenon of X and this being related. Mia Goth playing 2 roles in one, then doing a prequel as the other one. Being a prequel didn't bother me because they planned it this way. It wasn't that they were like, we need to do another movie, let's do a prequel. This was the plan the whole time. And the fact that X looks like a 70s slasher movie and this looks like The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, it has this
old
lush,
Hollywood
old
feel to it.
Yeah.
But this psycho Texas Chainsaw Massacre tone to it. Yeah. I just kept watching, and you're watching it just going, what the hell is this movie? You know, what kind of horror movie is it going to be? There's just a lot of weirdness. And then there's moments that Mia Goth is just crushing it that you're just like, wow, this, but again, it's not like a conventional movie. And then because it fits with the other, I think both movies are good, but the two of them being related elevates both of them to me.
Mm-hmm. I love the fact that it's such a stark difference from X.
Yeah.
But they do feel married.
It feels like a different filmmaker shot it. Like honestly, it looks so different.
You're right. It's almost like Quentin Tarantino made this one and Robert Rodriguez made this one, and they're, it's like two different people.
It's so well done.
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm not going to quibble that the whole story was stolen from one of my stories. It's called How to Hump a Scarecrow and Get Away with It. But
what is that in?
The Scarecrow humping? Come on.
Is that in a collection?
No.
Oh,
Just kidding.
I was like, dude, how have I not read this?
No.
It's his creature.
It's my creature of short stories. No. That's like one scene, and that's not really a spoiler, but it's like, what's going on here? Again, this movie is beautiful. I expected Mia Goth to break out in song at one point, and I'm like, if there's like a big musical number, I'm in. Like, I hate musicals, but if you pull one out here, it's gonna fit. If you can fucking reanimate Ginger Rogers and she'll dance with her and Fred Astaire, I'm like, yeah, man, I'd be into this. Like, I was so sucked into this. I love this world that Ty West has created. Like, I want to live in this world. This and X. I want to have a fun time in 1918 during the Spanish flu, because we're living through that now. People with masks and stay back. Can I come near you? And I also want to shoot a porno in a barn. So this is taking care of a couple of big things for me, like bucket list things. Mm-hmm. So if anyone can help me with this, right?
Bucket and mop list.
Mop list. But anyway, I love this movie, and it's I love it for its originality, and just the look of it, and Mia Goth's performance. This is like star making moment for her.
If it's not, I'm going to be pissed.
So
right.
Toni Collette should have been nominated for an Academy Award for Hereditary.
Yes.
She should be for this.
Yes.
Yep.
It's a shame the Academy hates horror movies, because I cannot say it enough. She is brilliant in this movie.
And then if you couple it with X, this is 3 roles.
Yeah. In 1 year, which is pretty remarkable. So yeah, Pearl, I think is great. Again, X is my favorite movie of the year. I'm not making any bones about that. And Pearl is either going to be 2 or 3. We'll see. But there you go. Dig it.
I love the filmmaking of this to the point where the barn set really looks like a set, but it makes it feel like an old movie because of it. Like little details like that. I'm like, God damn, this is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I walked away just going, Ty West is a master here. I mean, he knows how to capture whatever he's going for.
He's my favorite filmmaker, and he said that he did a lot of episodic TV over the last few years, and he says that really helped him develop his chops.
Really?
Yeah. Which, I mean, after seeing like House of the Devil and The Innkeeper, it's so stylish and beautiful. I don't know how much he needed to own, but it's another level right now with these 2 movies.
I'm trying to think of what the last movie I saw before X. Was it The Sacrament?
Probably The Sacrament, yeah.
How long? That had to be close to 10 years ago.
That was a while ago. For shizzle.
That sucks, man. I love his movies. I'm glad he came back finally.
Came back, and please stay back. Give us 2 more movies next year. Is that asking too much?
When is
Maxine?
Maxine, yeah. When is that?
It's supposed to be out next year.
Okay.
So we'll see when. That's set in
They didn't shoot it at the same time as these, I'm guessing?
No, this one's actually going to be shot in Hollywood. I think it's in, she goes to Hollywood. I guarantee you she's catching on to like it would be great if she's like, she started to want to get into like the porno videotape craze, but now she goes into like Scream Queen horror straight to video craze. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
She's in trauma movies.
God damn it.
Oh, Max, I'm Lloyd Kaufman.
Ready for spoilers or anything else?
I'm always ready.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. Get out of here if you don't want to be spoiled. Okay.
I mean, if you've seen X, if you haven't seen X, why are you listening to a review of the prequel? And if you've seen X, you know what's going to happen.
By the way,
maybe not all the details, but
I know Jack isn't as enthused about Pearl as he was about Barbarian. I have never seen Jack dig in beat for beat in a movie, which is great. I loved that last week.
Well, the other thing is I saw Pearl like a
Jason.
month ago.
Oh yeah, it's got a girl.
Now here's the thing too. Barbarian is so surprising.
Yeah, it was everything about it was unexpected.
Yeah.
Pearl is also very surprising, but in a different. You're just
The
sort of
tone.
watching it unfold and just going, "What is going on here?"
Yeah.
She's making sweet, sweet love to the scarecrow.
That looked erotic.
Yeah, honestly, the filmmaking of this was so good and the performances and everything that it alleviated a lot of my hatred of prequels. So even though I didn't feel tension during the movie, and I'm just being honest there, like I really didn't feel any tension about what was going to happen.
I don't think I did either.
That's my problem with prequels.
Yeah.
But the filmmaking was so good that I actually could see myself watching this again because I want to see how they did certain things.
Right.
And like I really like the pacing and a lot of different things they did. So I would actually watch this again, whereas most prequels I only watch because we have to watch them here for the show.
I'm going to watch both of these before the end of the year again because now I need to go back and see.
I would really, maybe before Maxine, like to watch these Pearl, then X, then Maxine in that order to see how it plays.
Oh, well, I've seen X like 3 or 4 times already. Come on over to the house. Wow. It's always on. I love that. I just love that movie. But I like the watching of like the birth of Pearl, her insanity, which we kind of see it, but then you kind of realize it was always there. Like you think the mother's like just a asshole, but the mother's the only person keeping it all together.
Yeah, the mother was right.
Yeah, absolutely right. She knew.
She was such a piece of shit at the beginning of the movie that after like her second exchange with Pearl, I said to Aaron, I was like, I wonder if she's this mean because she knows her daughter is insane. And then there's that scene later when she says, like, I know what you do. And I was like, oh yeah, mom is trying to keep this contained.
I see what you do with the scarecrow. Plus, I think they're German. They're a Germanic family, which was not easy to be during World War I or World War II here in America. And she was about as loving as the German side of my family. So I totally got it.
And there definitely was Wizard of Oz Easter eggs and imagery throughout this. I mean, you got the whole Wicked Witch on the bike thing.
Yeah.
I mean, you get the scarecrow was dressed like the scarecrow.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
And that just helped capture this kind of old timey feel, the old Hollywood feel to this thing.
I almost felt like the projectionist was the wizard because he was like this guy who was just showing her the world and he had all this. And then when she just figures out he's just a dude who wants to bang her, she just like explodes.
Yeah.
I kind of was feeling that when I was watching it.
That turn when she's revealing herself to him is awesome because like we've all been there with on a date or with a girl. They're like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
This is more than I bargained for.
That girl who kept putting the cigarette out on her arm while we watched Howard the Duck. I'll never forget her. Wherever you are, Cindy. Howdy.
Only you would take someone to the movies who's putting cigarettes out on her arm.
Well, I didn't know she was doing it until I heard her just kept going. It was back when you could smoke in the movies. I see her. She just keeps taking that cigarette and just like putting burn marks in her arm. And I was like, yeah, we might do 2 or 3 more dates after this. I'll overlook this.
Okay. Got to make sure I wrap it up after this one.
What did me in was the day I went to pick her up at the door and she had filed her eye teeth down with a metal nail file into vampire teeth. I was like, oh, I don't think
that's a good idea.
Continue. I think I'm going to lose a lot of blood at one point. We're done.
The cigarette burns wasn't enough?
No, I could get over that. As long as it wasn't doing it to me, I guess it was fine. But the teeth could hurt me.
Jesus Christ.
Jason,
so I got married young. It was terrible out there.
Jason, you mentioned the pig.
Yeah.
I thought that pig was a great element of this movie because her in-laws make the pig
Yes.
the pork dinner, bring it over. She throws it on the porch, and then that pig deteriorates like her.
Yep.
Throughout
Exactly.
it.
Her
And
sanity.
like I said, you have this like old time Hollywood look and feel to this movie, and then this dark underbelly, like I said, like a Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing, where like the rotten inside, and I
Yeah.
love the dichotomy between those things in this movie.
Did you when she finally got the rehearsal in the wee little Kirk? When she was doing her thing, I was like, I looked at my daughter like, I am embarrassed for her right now. Like, that's how sucked in I was. It was like watching like one of my kids go, oh man, I know they're gonna suck, but they're going up on stage anywhere, and I got to cheer. And like,
kudos to her,
because dying inside.
It takes a good performer to come off like a bad performer without looking too intentional.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But she was so delusional.
Yeah.
And that, to me, that's a metaphor for 99.8% of people on YouTube who think they're going to be stars. They're great at what they do. It's kind of a reflection of that. She was enthralled with the media. With her, the media was these little short silent films in the magazines, and thought I can be one of them without having one shred of talent.
I want to be an influencer, Mom.
Yeah, so like
yeah, all YouTubers and everyone who writes one novel.
yeah, it puts it out through Kobo or something. But yeah, it's, even though it's set in 1918, it's saying a lot about 2022, which I thought was fantastic.
I thought the kind of flip they do with the projectionist was great too, where he seems like this sleazy kind of douchebag guy, and then as soon as he just hears something downstairs when she's with him, and he's like, we should go make sure everything's okay. And just the flip they do on that scene, we're like, oh, this guy's just a nomad. Like,
Right.
He's not a bad dude. She is so out of her gourd though, and it takes him about 10 seconds to see that. Once they get out to the barn, he's like, what?
I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
That whole scene was amazing. She's so manic in it, and just that I don't know the actor's name who was opposite her, but just like kind of him watching her like, yeah, I'm gonna go. Like, that was so well done.
Yeah.
And nice use of the gator.
So glad the gator was back.
Yeah, there's a big gator.
Yeah, so maybe the new gator is, well, actually, it's only 60 years, and gators can live what, 80, 90 years?
I have no idea. It's
So-
well fed, so
Yeah.
not a lot of stressors in its life, so you could probably hang in there.
I didn't expect her husband to be gone the whole movie. When going
I didn't
in.
either.
That was the one thing I wish we got more of, because he seems just as nuts as she is. So I wanted to get like why.
Yeah,
But-
I was wondering. I just loved her, I guess. I don't know.
Well, I mean, she is the type of gal. If you're gonna fall for her, crazy and all, you're gonna fall in deep.
Sure.
Now,
I'm
the,
sure it was a pleasant 50 years for them.
if Mia Goth does get nominated for an Academy Award, do you think it's the big monologue scene that gets it, or do you think it's the end of the movie extended smile?
Oh my god, dude.
Oh,
So disturbing.
right.
I just wanted to clap in front of her face and be like, blink, damn it, blink.
Cut. Print. Stop. Yeah,
No,
it's everything. It's everything she did in that movie.
I heard people say like this is the real Joker movie.
Mhm.
Yeah. I forgot about that. You guys just mentioned that ending was so like.
And I
Dude,
sat
that's
there
what I
the
remember
whole
the
time.
most. I sat there the entire time. I was like, this is insane.
Did you stay for the clip
No,
of
because
Maxine?
I saw that clip on YouTube, and then I
Oh.
read that was like, that's it. You don't have to wait. So I was like, finally, I can.
Well, it
I
was
just didn't
us
wanna
and
leave.
one other woman in the theater, and she got up and left as soon as the credits rolled. So it was just Aaron and I waiting. And the dude who went in to clean up, even though there was no mess, just turns all the lights on, and he's just standing there waiting for us. I'm like, dude, I'm like, I want to see the after credit scene, you asshole. So the screen is like super washed out as I'm trying to see the Maxine.
Oh,
I'm like,
jerks.
dickhead.
We had a full movie theater when we saw this. Like half the people left.
I think it was
But the
me
other
and
half were-
3 people,
Wow.
which is 3 more than when I saw Barbarian, I think. Or what? No, wait. One of them was just me. I think this was just me, and Barbarian there was like 2 or 3.
Jeez, I went on like a Thursday night, a Wednesday or a Thursday night. I think a Wednesday night, and it was full. Not a big theater, but
we went Monday at 3 in the afternoon.
Oh,
like 2 weeks after it had been out. I couldn't believe it was in one of the big theaters too. Seriously, I'm going to use this Regal Pass to go on like Tuesdays at 1 because you get the entire theater, this giant theater, and it's like a private screening.
If you're going to do it, that's the way to do it.
Honestly, it's like I paid to rent the whole place out.
Luckily for you, COVID has scared every senior citizen into their hole for the rest of their lives. Like normally, that's when they go.
Should I go to Denny's afterwards? Will there be no one there?
You should have your dinner at 3 at Denny's.
just
go to bed.
It's like the chef is just working. The chef is just working for me.
Hello, can I speak to the chef? Let me give my compliments on this Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity.
Yes, chef.
Chef Kyle, who's 16. His parents drove him there.
I know how to flip burgers. That's it. Oh, man.
I can't wait to talk to Peter and just learn about the genesis of this whole, at what point did they decide to do 2 movies? I know COVID must have had something to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then just like the logistics, how did they cast Mia Goth and then she helped him write it? Like, what was the order of
it's funny.
events?
All my questions have nothing to do with Pearl. I'm just going to ask random shit, but I want to get to know the man.
Honestly, I don't understand why more horror movies in the lower budget don't do something like this where they shoot at least 2 movies at once. If you're building sets and getting locations and paying for all this shit, it would be so much cheaper if you plan to do a second movie to do it this way.
I mean, better have confidence.
And your sequel is almost guaranteed to be better because you're planning the second one. It's like Halloween 2, Carpenter. Well, I needed an idea, so we said Laurie's going to be his sister. If they knew they were going to make 2 movies, they would have thought that out more.
Mm-hmm.
You want to hear something cool? When they were making Pearl, they needed some extra help, and they got the crew from Avatar that was filming in New Zealand at the same time, and they were on a break, and they pitched in and helped them out. And I think Peter Jackson's team helped them out with X.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah, it's good to know people.
Pretty good help.
Peter Jackson's team and James Cameron's team, that's like...
Where are you going to get any better?
Everybody in that movie was CG.
Oh my God, that's amazing. There is no Mia Goth.
No, she's like Gollum. It was Andy Serkis with motion
capture. Before we get out of here, I just got to say, Mia Goth is so good in this. I'm afraid she's going to do like so many other actors and just run away from horror because the opportunities for her will probably be large. I hope. I mean, I hope for her, and it's a shame for us because she's just phenomenal in this.
My greatest fear is she will be sucked in the ridiculous superhero machine and never come out again.
I mean, I'm sure she won't complain bank account wise.
I know, but Jesus, for an actual career,
if you
care about your art.
She's got such a look, that striking face. She was a Suspiria, right?
Oh,
I think she was.
Yeah,
one of the.
She was in the original. She was a zygote.
One of the dancers, and again, she's like you know when you see her on it, you're like, oh.
Do you like Mia with the fake freckles or without the fake? Like, what's your favorite version of Mia Goth?
I like the freckles. I'm more of a fan of eyebrows than no eyebrows.
You're not a big Whoopi Goldberg fan?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right. Well, that's the end of this episode. And we did a great job for preparing for one thing and having to slide into another. Speaks to our expertise.
I think had we not said anything, people would not know that this wasn't a regularly scheduled episode.
That's true. But I'm glad we did. So now they can see how good we are at pivoting.
Professional.
Ultra, especially with that $3,000 camera.
It's not like other people haven't said about us. I listen to them every week, and I knew I could do this too when it came to podcasts.
You could do it too. That's true. But can you do it for almost 300 episodes? I doubt it. I doubt it. So we might have a special episode with Peter Polk at one point. But next week, we're going to talk about, this Halloween.
Evil dies next week.
Is it Halloween Ends? Is that the name of it?
Ends.
Yeah.
What
Let's
day does
see.
that come out?
Let's
Friday.
ends.
Lutsky Ends. So it comes out Friday the 14th.
Yeah.
So we'll be talking about it the Tuesday after. I know Jason and I would rather, I think, get colonoscopies than watch this movie, but we're going to do it.
Man.
It's on
Hey, at least
Peacock.
it's included in my monthly bill.
Yeah, it's in Peacock, so we don't even have to leave the house.
I'm not gonna lie, that's literally the movie I signed up for Regal for. I was like, I am not paying upfront for that movie.
With your luck, it would be like, oh, this isn't included in the pass.
Probably not.
Yeah. So yeah, stay tuned next week, and until then, watch a lot of horror stuff, and definitely go watch So Bad It's Good and watch Monster Men, our Halloween special.
Just crossed 60,000 subscribers, muffa.
Look at that. Who knew there were that many idiots in the world?
Some dumb sons of bitches out there.
Those cameras really bring in the viewers.
Look at Jason's face.
Look at the focus on this bitch. It's amazing.
Oh God, your lifeline's really small.
Mine just gets washed out by my light.
All right, there. Good night, everybody. See you next week.
Bye.